Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. And I will never get nobody name up. They was like, they was like, is that a wig? What was that? I said, I don't know. I don't do hair. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna say the other women that was in there. Some that the Maryland, they was laughing at the gym with me this morning. They said, we know you gonna put them hairstyles. I said, I am. So I know, because we got 130. I said, I am. I'm going to put it up there. Now, one downvote is Liddell or Candace. I'm not messing with it.
Rocket.
But look who they said that was Crockett. You got Stephen A. Smith attacking her now. Jasmine Crockett.
Attacking our whole nationality. So it ain't nothing new with him. He's the fastest race. He all that. He let you know who he is. He ain't holding him up.
But he black.
Stephen Miller ain't.
No, Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, man.
I'm talking about Stephen A. Smith. You ain't see how they said to us, y'all wrong. Y'all wrong. I mean, listen, hey, some laugh with you, some laugh at you. They laughed at me plenty of times. I laughing too, shit. But, hey, it is what it is. But boy, we was rolling. They was like, you gonna put them pictures up? I said, I am. She the one brought up content. She said, oh, they trying to use stuff for content. I said, well, she gave it to me. This what I had wanted to say. I was watching one guy. I was looking for his video, and he was talking about like in Chicago when they raided the hotel. And I get both sides, not the hotel, the apartment complex. But and as he was breaking it down, and it was like what they doing is, what they not telling people is, and it's bad on both sides, but these was the ones that the Democrats had when they took them to Martha's Vineyard and everything.
Yeah.
What's up?
I can't. I just can't fathom that, right? Like, I'm still stuck on, you touch my kids, I'm touching you. It's that serious. And the fact that he's just letting this man skate by, but a dude who does something peaceful, that rallies the community to do something peaceful, right? How often do we see people today get groups of people together, rile them up, and go set them loose? Jed gathered a group of people, got them focused, and did something productive, and he's the fucking monster? This is some bull. Good morning. It looks like Mickey's stuck.
Yeah, I gotta go out. Yeah, my whole screen just went blank. Let me go out and come back in. I don't know what went down.
One of these days, we'll get Mickey up to date on technology. I promise. It is coming. I promise. Good morning, everyone. How we doing? How was Christmas? Everyone get something good under the tree? I mean, I can't say everyone. Well, I can't say everyone. Oh, he's back and he's moving.
Yeah, it finally let me come back on in. My whole screen just had went blank for a minute.
Have you been doing regular updates on your computer?
On the lab, yeah, at the laptop. I wiped this whole thing. I wiped clean.
Oh,
yeah. It just when the intro was playing, it just said failed. So it made my whole screen go black.
Oh no. Okay.
Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning. Good morning. I'm trying to be. Hey, thank y'all for tapping in on this day after Christmas. Family, I wanted to have a conversation with y'all this morning. I seen something we never got really, because when we did get the Mike Kilbreath, what was his statement? Good morning, good morning.
Editorial.
His editorial
thingy.
I was really taken back though, family, and I'm just gonna cut into it. And good morning. I would say everybody's name, but thank y'all. I just was taken back, and I'm not trying to shortchange y'all, but thank y'all for coming in. Everybody who done tapped in, but I was a little taken back. You know, yesterday I did get to look at it. You know what I'm saying? When you was you reading? You was the one reading it on here.
Yep.
So I you know how you was. I got time to really think about it. And when I was up this morning, I'm like, we gave him a shout out for doing what he was supposed to do. But why did it take so long? And I'm not, and what made me come to this conclusion, because I was looking at different people. I kind of want to go pull it up because it was on my Facebook page. But I'm seeing more people like I don't know. And I guess, and it was me. Good morning for everybody coming in. I was just taken back by the comments on the editorial. I'm looking at people who, really was one particular person. It was like he was more happy how it was written, far as the journalism. So what other people was doing, what they was putting out here on it. So what was it then? Like, I'm just trying to figure out what took so long. Like when me and you was having a conversation, is it political season? People want to speak up now?
Yeah, it's annoying, right? Because so the ARPA funds have been a problem for what, 2-3 years now, the way that they've been spent. The water's been a problem for 11 years now. Den and Nestle's been a problem. Well, I'll be nice and say since 2020 instead of before that, right? And some folks are coming out the woodwork now because all these positions are up for, all these seats are up for election, up for grabs. And now they're talking about these problems. Where were you, 2 years ago, 3 years ago? You know what I mean? Where were you this entire time when people were having problems? Because I'll say right now, it's nowhere that we could see.
Yeah, I'm just a little, like I said, and thank again for everybody tapping in. I'm just a little, because I think sometimes we will congratulate people. You know what I'm saying? We will congratulate them, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? But to me, it's like, where was this at? It's news now. But I'm saying, like, when people were saying it, like, why was it overlooked? Like, good morning. Thank you for everybody that's tapped in this morning. I get it, but it's like this stuff been going on, and it's like now, and maybe that's just my from me. I'm just like, so when everybody else was saying this, was y'all not believing them? Do it take a certain, you know what I'm saying? It take a certain crowd to speak up for it to get some traction. Like, because I mean, I do, like I say, that the editorial that he wrote.
I mean, it was a good editorial, but a lot of the people that are in the comments, and then, as you were pointing out to me, some of the groups that you've I don't want to say slipped into, it makes it seem like something else, but you get what I'm saying here. Like, right. Some of the groups that you've joined, now they care. Why haven't they been saying about this for a while?
And that's why I'm kind of like a little taken back. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a little taken back, and I want to give a shout out to Rosalind and her beautiful mama. Thank y'all for y'all support on $5 Friday. Because I really wasn't even gonna bring up $5, but thank y'all. I got to give a shout out to Rosalind and her beautiful mama, because it's like we go through this we go through this every year, and don't get me wrong, I do appreciate it. I'm just, because I want to say good morning. I would love to say all of y'all name. Right, and that's what it is. It's like, but when this was going on, and it's like now, you know what I'm saying? It just, to me, it's just like, like you say, Chris Cale, is it convenient now? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at some of the people that had comments, and I'm just not talking about it was a black person in there, really, in this comment that really, it took me back. Like, damn, like, What about the people getting, abused coming down the council to voice their opinion? But okay, now we're gonna say this about residents. I get it. Shout out to them. But damn, like, why wait till they're near the end of the year to lend your voice?
Why
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Lanita
Why
Murray,
wait
thank
until
you.
the opening of an election system?
Yeah, thank you for
Season?
the $5 super chat. Yeah, it's like I get it. Don't get me wrong. He deserved, but like, why you can't? Oh, thank you, beloved. Thank you, thank you, Felicia. Thank you. I'm finna check in 1 second, and thank everybody that that came in. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I'm just, I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I don't want to overplay my hand, like with this. People supposed to get the help, but it's just like when this was getting put out there, like, this ain't no new stuff that the people been saying what's been going on. The residency been a problem. I mean, I get it. Like I said, I was seeing everybody on there that was making some valid points in the comments. Hey, you may be right on that one right there, Chris. I'm just telling you may be right on that. But it's like, where are y'all at? Like, doing the people getting pulled over, doing the peaceful protest. You know what I'm saying? Out the car. It's like we're gonna get an editorial on that one. And I'm not knocking, but it's just like, damn, man, like it just seemed we've been hollering about Davina. But I just want to know where the other people was at on this. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm just, like I say, I'm just taken back. I'm just taken back, to be honest with you. I'm just taken back from it. It's like it's political season, so now, you know what I'm saying? You can get this, and basically to me, and I'm gonna be honest, like, and I get it, but why? I mean, now it's December. Like, I'm just trying to figure it out.
So it's one of three things, right? One, they didn't care before, and now they're starting to care and they're speaking out. Two, they don't care at all, and they're just trying to get some political value. Or three, they knew what was going to happen. Let's say, like, the ARPA funds come through and it got siphoned away from the people that actually needed it, right? And they wanted it to blow up and become a tragedy so they'd have something to bitch about during election season. It's one of those three. I mean, if it's the first one, then I wish I had your life because it seems very comfortable. If it's the second one, then I'm not going to say a terrible person, but you are a savvy political operator. I'll put it like that. And the last one, you're just a terrible human being. Like, oh, I just want this to happen so it fails, so I can point and try to make my go at things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got over the stage. Like, yeah, I'm happy he put it out there. Concrete Jungle with the $4.99 super sticker. I'm just like, because you see how we'll run out and be praising people. Yeah, this, and that. And it's like, you could have been a voice. Like, to me, it's like coming in the ninth inning. You know what I'm saying? Like, where was the voice at when the person need the voice? And to me, it's like people always, it's like, now they want to get on them. But don't get me wrong. I'm just me just looking at it.
Yeah, once again.
Who we talking about? I was talking about Mike Kilbreath writing that story.
So Mike has come out time and again, like he tried setting up that was it the crime commission or whatever, just to humiliate people, humiliate law enforcement into doing the right thing. So I'm not talking about Mike here. I'm talking about people that popped up in his comments or, as you said, some Facebook groups that are just now starting to either catch on or just now just being loud so it furthers a political objective. Once again, not talking about Mike here.
Yeah, his editorial. I was seeing certain people stepping up in it. Like I said, I was really taken back by one of the individuals that happen to be.
Oh, Mike Kilbreath. He's a local radio host, and
Yeah.
he runs a
The Gazette
online
Radio.
newspaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He the one wrote the editorial on the councilman in the first ward.
Here, Chris, give me a second, and I will
We'll put the story back up.
I'll just I'll drop the link in chat. Decent human. I don't know about that, but
I'm just, to me, it was like when I was reading the comments, like I said, it was in about, ended it on the opera fund. He talked about toward the end the opera funds. He talked about, and it just, to me, it's like, I'm not giving no airplay. I'm just talking about what the what's name got put on. I'm just talking about, I was seeing when I looked at, I finally went and read his editorial for myself. And I was really taken back by the comments up in there. That's really what I'm talking about. And it's like, even with that, like, why they late to the party? But I was really taken back by, it was one in particular. It was a black person up in there. And it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You can't see what's going on, but that you read Mike editorial. And to me, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's the point I was making, Carolyn. Why I wonder why it took so long to say anything. And I was looking at, the first day, people like, yeah, this was, and I'm like, damn, but man, this stuff been going on. Like, what about all the other people who were saying it? You know what I'm saying? And it goes back to, once again, that our voice don't really mean nothing. And that's just in my humble opinion. Our voice don't mean nothing. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, when the people was out here, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, what happened during the peaceful protest? You know what I'm saying? What happened down at city council about how the police, been using excessive force, in my opinion, on certain things. Oh, what specifically? Why is they? My specific issue with it now? It came out with December 19th, if I'm not mistaken, and when the article come out, the editorial to come out December 19th. My thing is, what about November? What about October? What about September? What about August? Because the opera issue,
2024, 2023, yeah. 2022.
I'm saying with the issues, Flint had a lot of issues going on. It just ain't started. Now it didn't got out of hand. But with this residency stuff, why it haven't been a big issue made? That's all I'm saying. You would think it'd be bigger issues would have been made. Like, we in December. We get it. I get it. It's political season next year. I'm just saying, I was just looking at, the few comments that was on there. I'm just like, but like I say, I'm not, hey, listen, he put his voice out there. Plus, he got his own fan base. But it's just like, why is it always, to me, towards the end? Facts. June 1st. Now, I did mention about about the peaceful protest. Now, I did mention about the peaceful protest of Lovely Beverly Biggs and Tapped In. It's just like, to me, it's just like, and family, I'm not trying to forget, and I want to shout out everybody that's up in here. I was just trying to, because it was things that I was just looking at, like, we can praise an article with editorial that was put out there, but where's the voice at when you be needing them, when it's going on? I mean, like, months later. Like, I mean, how much more evidence do you need when it's been documented? That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm not trying to bash them. I'm just looking at, like, why everything is so late. Why come late to the party?
Yeah, I mean, there's been several people fighting this for a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. I mean, before I even moved to Flint, there were people fighting the water. There are people fighting to get, the wind funds used properly and accounted for, instead of what we heard going on, from when they were awarded to 2022. Where did the money go? That is something you don't want to hear. Your the people in charge of the city say, "Where did the money go?" Like, what the what do you mean? Where did the money go? You're in charge of the money. You're in charge of keeping track of it and spending it. What do you mean? Where did the money go? And now with ARPA funds, for the last 3 years, we don't know how much is left. We don't know how much is left. It's all gone. It's all gone. And then what? Just like 2 months ago, one of them up on council said, "Oh, we have 8 million left." Like,
No, was it last week or earlier this week? It was.
there you go. That's what I
said.
mean. Like, it's all gone. It's all spent. It's all gone. It's all spent. We have 8 million. What do you mean? Is this how you take care of your own finances? Because if that's the case, I don't want you anywhere near public funds.
No, I'm looking to say y'all will hear them types of people in January and February. It's just, to me, I don't know. Like I said, Chris Caleb, I was on here yesterday. I was like, yeah, you know what, Mike, because I understood what Deborah Luna was talking about. Mike took that, huh?
Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday, Christmas Eve. My bad. I was understanding what Deborah Luna was saying when she like, you know, Mike took that to, you know, put it out there. But it's like, damn, do they care on outside of Flint what's going on here? Do they care? Like, do they take, to me, it's like, do they take this seriously? And that's why I come back to, like, I get mad frustrated with the Sharon Moore situation. They blasted that thing all around. But yet, when you see, you know what I'm saying, with the Kiki situation, they kept it hush-hush. And like I say, and it can go both ways. You know what I'm saying? And thank everybody for tapping in. It's just like, and we see this, so now, is this going to be used as a way to political? They can move forward if you do take it seriously now. But my thing is, like, why it always come in, and like I said, I do believe, like I said, Ty and Art, I give them their credit. They've been on it. It's just, to me, why are we still in 2025? Avis, thank you. Avis Hopkins, thank you for the $10 super chat on the $5 Friday. Thank you, beloved. I'm just like, it's to me, we go through this we're gonna go through this every year. You know, they're gonna take that. Like, how many people finna be running on the water?
Yeah.
Thank you for tapping in, beloved. Thank you.
At this point,
good morning.
Like, I think it would be politically bad for a lot of them to try running on the water, because now you're trying to fight a narrative that has been put out in national media, you know, from the governor, from the mayor, from the EPA. Now you're trying to fight that uphill battle because people are going to say, show me proof. And the only proof that people in Flint need is go turn on your tap. But they don't want to hear that because it's not good news. It's not something that makes them happy.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're fighting that. And if you try talking about the water while you're on that campaign trail, you're going to have to give people paper proof. Like, here is what it says. Here is how bad it still is. Here is where they lied. Right? And if we do hear so much about it, this is what I'm thinking, right? Y'all will hear them types of people in January and February. If any of them are running and I haven't seen them out here, you know, either at City Hall or during any of these protests or any of these meetings or trying to make a stink and make a noise, I'm going to ask where the hell you been. Because at home chilling isn't really an acceptable answer.
Let me see, Chris Caleb. We got a good. We said y'all are in the media business. Y'all can learn how to use your platform for the betterment of the community. And you're right, Chris. That's why I try to.
That's what we were doing, but you know.
See, Beverly Biggs, the lovely Beverly Biggs leaving. They're all corrupt from the mayor on up and coming down. When we speak out, they want to downplay us. And that's where I'm at with this. It's like, you can see it, but we act like we study. Because like I say, people been having these problems. Like, and that editorial that he wrote, I do believe it was a good read. But it's just like, damn, man, where was this at months ago? Hey, Denise Cousins, I love what you're saying. I think Mike saw how much Charlie the Duff is speaking on what's going on. And that's what it is. It's like, okay, now we the new content. we the new stories, but these stories been out here. So and I'm listen, I thank everybody who's speaking on it. But I'm just saying, like, why are you so late to the party? Like, is it that I mean, what outside of Flint don't care what's going on here?
No.
We just knew, and that's what it's so sad. Like some of this stuff is really getting out of hand. It's like, come on now. Like I said,
I'll straight up say no because, like, do you care what's going on in Grayling?
do I care? And I care anytime I see some reported of people getting dead, bro. Even what happened down in, what was that, Palestine, Ohio? Remember when the train derailed?
The train derailed.
Yeah, I wasn't from there.
Through a whole bunch of
just like what happened down in Carolina.
What I'm
flooded.
trying to say is, majority of the people, and I'm talking like nationwide, they have enough things on their own plate that they're just trying to figure out. Like, hey, how am I paying my car bill this month, right? If you're not in Flint and you're not dealing with this, it takes either a special kind of dedication or a comfortable life. You know, someone with extraordinary amounts of empathy to look at Flint and go, okay, I want to help.
Chris, I knew all the time it was you. I didn't know it was you who set us up. You see how he's saying he been calling Davina since she been the city clerk?
Yeah, he said
he was saying calling out, though. He said calling out, though. I'm just messing with you.
Nah. I still think set us up.
Good
no
morning,
wonder my slip got lost so many times.
Yeah,
he called her and said, no, Trevor's trying to talk tonight. Lose it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this stuff that's going on is like, it's downright. And that's what I'm saying. Even with the women on there. With the women. That's what I'm saying. I'm messed up about it. Now, I put it up. I put it right, Chris. I'm messed up. Even with the women that's on. I'm not just saying the women on council, because I see what type of person Liddell is. I see what type of person Candace is. I see what type of person LaShawn is publicly. I see what type of person Judy is.
I mean, they can sit and shoulder, elbow and elbow with a woman beater.
Yeah, but this way, this would even Stanley Wood with it's $5 Friday. Thank you, Stanley Wood, because for the super chat $5. Because I'm really serious about. I'm serious about this. I'm looking at Davina. I'm looking at the women that's in the mayor administration. I'm looking at the women that sit behind Davina. How can y'all sit up there? But to me, y'all ain't saying nothing. But I put money. They'll get up there and speak out on somebody they don't even know. Let that be on. They go see something in the media. Oh, that's a bad person. If any one of them that spoke out against Trump, but you can't speak out against your own stuff going here. That's what I'm talking about. They can see everything on the outside. You can get some of them say, oh, R. Kelly's this and that. Do you know R. Kelly? They can speak on him, but you can't speak on none of the stuff that's going on in your own backyard. You got some R. Kellys here.
Man.
I mean, and I hate to use that, but let me rephrase it. We got some Harvey Weinsteins here, but you know who we going to point out? We're going to point out, we got so much stuff going on here, man, that people should be just so, it is what it is, man. It's just in my humble opinion. It's just like, it's so much. And Debbie Clark, 1/2 for the Wonder Twin. It's $5 Friday. Thank you for the $5. Let me see what Denise just said. You can take it from here, Trevor. Let me read her comment. Outside of Flint, they still looking for the funny and outlandish content. I think the few from other places like Yogi G, Marcia Sheena are helping. Jed's still helping from afar.
I have to agree with that. Like I said, extraordinary amounts of empathy to care about someplace that they don't live. And, that's a great thing. But here's the thing about, like, you can talk about what's happening thousands of miles away, but not what's right in front of you. When you're looking through a window, do you see the glass or do you see what's on the other side, right? Like, do you actually care about the glass? No, you're looking through it. Most of us, I don't even know how to phrase this, but most of the world that has cell phones, right? You're constantly looking at this thing for entertainment. You don't look anywhere else. Mm-hmm. And what's entertaining? Well, things that cause controversy. So your news, mainly. Mm-hmm. And how often is the news that's being beamed to your phone, because your carrier happens to sign a contract with whatever national news carrier, pick one, Fox, NBC, CNN, whatever. And you get a notification. This is happening. I get Google news notifications all the time. Oh, this is happening across the world. I don't care what's happening across the world. I care about 3 places right now, personally. I care about White Springs, Florida. I care about Midland, Odessa, Texas. And I care about Flint, Michigan. If it ain't about those 3, I don't care. I scroll through YouTube all the time and I see this, that, and the third about, Venezuela. Don't really care. It's Vietnam 2 electric boogaloo with cocaine. Whatever. I see stuff about Ukraine. Okay. 2 Slavic countries slugging it out. Tell me how that's any different from the rest of history. If you really want my opinion there. I see things about, there's this big uproar in India. I really don't care. That don't affect me whatsoever. But that is how this is typically happening. Most people get these things and they decide to pick a side. You aren't getting these notifications about Flint. And the people in Flint are paying attention outside because they aren't getting these notifications like, hey, Flint City Council did this, and give you an opinion of Flint City Council just blew another $250,000 on X, or Flint mayor breaks law by Y, or hey, first ward councilman doesn't even live in the first ward, doesn't even live in the city, but they aren't seeing that because it's not being put directly in their faces.
I agree with you. That's why I brought it up.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they do this when Sis Audrey was brought this up? See, we've been seeing it, even people, because like I say, I'm more focused on the comments that was in the chat from that editorial.
I mean, I saw Dave Forsmark left and right, and it wasn't like he was trying to defend Leon. It was more like he was trying to defend the point that Leon's not been prosecuted for his residency issues.
Right.
It's like, hold on. Is it illegal? Yes. Then why is he not charged? It's a law for a reason. Either we start enforcing laws or we have none. That picking and choosing ain't doing no one no good in any community.
Yeah,
right? Like, you're special and important. So, I mean, hell, I think I heard it from the Trump DOJ. These are respectable billionaires talking about people in the Epstein files. No. You break the law, you need to go to court. They need to prove your guilt, not you need to prove your innocence. That's not the way it works here. They need to prove your guilt. And then if they do, you need to go repay some time for the damage you've caused and then possibly open you up to civil liabilities. So Leon, if he has broken the law, there needs to be investigation. There needs to be evidence. Okay, let's go to court. If he is found guilty, he needs to serve that time for perjury. And there needs to be assessed if there needs to be a civil penalty for this, something that comes out of his pocket, because this has hurt, if it's true, which I believe it is, this has hurt the first ward. A man who is on that council controlling money, supposed to be helping the first ward, doesn't live there, then where does this interest really lie?
This tell you it right here.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this special treatment because he's needed or because he's special, that needs to stop.
And this from the lovely Beverly Biggs Levy, who I feel like got cheated. What's up, Michael B? You see what she said? He's not charged because they need that fifth vote with Leon. There will not be a fifth vote, and they know it. And we know it. That's what is so crazy. Because you evidently, you was looking at the comments too. I see that now. Because you called out a name that, because I wasn't going to call the people name out in the comments. So you looked in the
Dave
comments.
is about to get run through the ringer anyway, whether I like him or not.
Yeah.
Right? He runs a lot with some groups that, mainly the Republican Party, just ain't liked in Flint. So of course he's going to catch some flack. He's used to it.
No, but I said no. It was other people.
Oh yeah, there's other people, but
that was
he's
in the
definitely
chat.
The biggest name that I can point at. I didn't see any other real names except for Yuko George, who I've argued with for years.
No, it was more in there. But I'll tell you after we go off.
I'll go look right now.
I don't need you to do that. That's what sometimes you can say. Curiosity killed the cat. Let me go with Miss Beverly Biggs said. Leon lie in court that his address was 606 East Mott Street twice, and nothing will say about it. Nothing will be said about it. Facts. And that's the point that I'm making. Like, they even in that chat, you also seeing they talked about residency fraud been going on. Basically, even they know the clerk office is full of shit. Without saying the clerk office is full of shit. I do believe if they would have dealt with this before, but now with you not dealing with this, and not, and like I say, I try to look at both of them. Now, them was just regular people that was in the comments, Chris. They weren't like they were speaking up. They were saying the same stuff y'all say in the chat. It's nothing gonna happen. That's what I'm saying. This been going on.
Welcome to Flint, where ain't nothing changed. And Chris, we've been calling out. Oh, you're talking about the people in the comments. I'm looking to see if it's gonna cause an arson at the studio.
It wouldn't cause nothing like that.
Well, when you said curiosity killed the cat, I'm like, man.
I was just not because something. I'm like,
man.
I mean, well, they own an editorial, so I guess they in the comments, so they made comments. But it was just like, damn, where were them voices at before this? That's what I'm saying. Good morning, good. Yeah, you have to be safe. And like I said, it's just been coming on. Yeah, she said it when she right before on her way out the door, but she didn't do none of that. That was my thing, Chris. You want to say it on your way out, not when you in there. That's my problem. Why weren't you saying it when you was in there?
Yeah, this George Yancho I've been arguing with for years over council. He is a huge Neely supporter. He was a huge Eric Mays detractor and hater. And his first comment here is, just when you thought the first word was going to get better. Bro, I'm going to call you out specifically here. What do you mean get better? It was actually having someone vocal and speaking about issues in the first ward, trying to get money for it by getting shot down, as compared to someone who doesn't speak at all and who has proven that he hasn't been reformed after a prison sentence for drugs and weapon charges. He's just moved up to white-collar crime now. Well, aside from beating his girlfriend. Now it's all paperwork and money-moving crime. No, that's
let me see what Monkey Pirate said. In my opinion, this should have been talked about before third ward election, not after, because once they got their person, we all know he wasn't going. Facts.
Damn right.
Facts. No, but good morning. Thank you for tapping in. No, facts. No, this is just speaking on residency. No, facts. I get what you're saying. But this stuff have been brought up, though.
It has for a while. I mean, God.
What's up, Mark?
During Ms. Bev's race, that a PPO was slapped on her because she was directed toward where Leon lives, right?
Don't let me lie.
Now, that's what I've heard, and she's in chat, and she can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was about that time, as far as I know. It has been called out.
Let me, this Mark Hutchinson, you can get back to it. Thank you for tapping in, good brother, and good morning. Not living in Flint looks to me like it has never mattered. It's in the culture of Flint now. Remember, 21 ran from an abandoned house. It don't get any absurd. I mean,
forget about Griggs, who used his business bed and breakfast as his legal address, his legal residence, so he could run for that ward seat. I mean, this has gone on a lot longer than we've been around.
Yeah, but that's the point that I'm saying, and like I said,
that stand needs to be taken to. Yeah. All right, it is not acceptable. Yeah. It wasn't acceptable then. We can't go back in time, but we can start setting, letting you know this is not something that we stand for.
And that's the point that I'm making. Like, I get where Davina coming from, probably, just taking from her standpoint, like, damn, this been going on now. Y'all want to come after me about it. But it's to me, you made it so obvious when she did what she did with 21. And right. Hey, Miss Biggs,
you're not wrong, but I'm not putting it on screen because you've already had plenty of problems and no one needs something to point at. But no, you're 100% right. And to paraphrase it without painting a bad light, a lot of people that ran with Mays are now running with Leon, and they are praising Leon, even though majority of the things done under his tenure were initiatives started or proposed by Mays. But because It happened under Leon's tenure, not with
Yeah.
his vote, not with his voice,
Facts.
but he's still getting credit for it.
Facts. But that's what. But I'm saying. But that's to me is like I get it. Like you know, I'm just trying to figure out. I just want to see how this what this gonna play into. That's me. Let me see. Chris said every politician in Flint and the state knows about this, including Swanson. Wow. That and that's coming from Chris Caleb.
And Swanson,
I mean,
Sheriff Swanson. Let me get your title correct because you are a duly elected official.
Thank you for tapping in.
Doors still open. We've said anyone that wants to come on to A10 running for an office, if you want to talk about what you can do for Flint, doors open.
I mean, but everybody gonna say what they can do, man. You gonna get that politician. You gonna get that good slick talk.
Here's the cool thing about talking to someone who's already been in a position, trying to move up. Show me, direct me specifically what you have done for Flint. Show me, say, ordinances. Show me actions. He's in the executive branch of the county. So show me executive actions that you've taken that have specifically helped Flint. And I'm not just talking about downtown. And he should be able to cite this. I mean, hell, he hears us talking about it now, or if someone's in his office or in his campaign headquarters listening to us, or just comes back later. We don't say you can't have a cheat sheet. Type it up. Send them in with a piece of paper. Come prepared. Don't act like you're at Flint City Council and come in with no specific answers and say you don't know. Please bring paper.
I mean, listen, to me, even, people can have a cheat sheet.
I encourage it because you can't remember everything off the top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, to me, I'm just looking at when I seen let me see what Mark just put up here. Mark coming with some fire this morning. People I have seen on council that probably didn't live in the ward: Freeman, Kincaid, Grigg, Santino, Candace, Liddell, Leon. This residency has to change. Flint pays a heavy price for residency fraud. And that's what I want. They even brought up Grigg's not living and his stuff. Like I say, the editorial was a nice write-up. I'm not going to say, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, what was to me, like, why hasn't this pressure been on the clerk office? Why hasn't this, and I get it, because they even brought that up, like how the state shipped it back to Flint. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Denise, I agree. Winston and I both voiced they wouldn't do anything about Feline.
La Felon.
I got it together. Out there, they're going to call him Freeline. Yeah, I was trying to tell him Freeline, like thrill kill. Felon. You know what you can do, Trevor. Until 2026, using him until he absolutely has to burn him. Justice comes late. Sucks. But why would they, Chris? The governor has the power to clean up city council. So why the governor and people who are running for governor speaking about this shit?
I mean, the only one I can comment on, right? Because I haven't seen Chris jump out in front of once again, Sheriff Swanson jump out in front of too many cameras since he went down to, I believe it is Grand Rapids to talk about their river and water pollution. But the Gremlin Whitmire, she's tied in with the politics of Flint. So of course she ain't going to fix it. Look, I'll say it. I think she's as corrupt as Neely. I think she's part of Neely's corruption. I think she's part of why he gets away with so much, because he knows that a person so tied to him isn't going to throw the book at him because it reflects poorly on her and she has further political aspirations.
You see this what Stanley Wood just put up? I put it up here. You see his comment?
So my lawyer told me to be prepared for a long haul on the lawsuit against the city. He told me we will lose locally because the mayor controls a lot of what happens in this county. You are very correct. Just like my lawyer told me the same thing. Even though we're not in the city circuit, we are, I believe, one up. We're in Piquel's court. Even if we win, the city has unlimited money, your money, to appeal and appeal and appeal. So even if you win, get ready for an appeal and another until it reaches so far. And guarantee you, the city will pay to have this thing last as long as possible. So you either get frustrated and give up, run out of money, or you die. They're going to try to get it to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court's going to kick it back, and whatever that last decision is the last decision. But you're looking at a 3 to 5 year, if not longer, lawsuit.
Yeah, you see what Denise cuts, because the second part, the Stanley comment said he controls the local judges and several local politicians. So let's go here. And Denise said, people all the way from local politicians here to federal politicians making money here. That's why it hasn't changed.
I mean, just take a look at the last congressman. He's now in charge of a 501c3.
Yeah, you see what Stanley said?
Some chunks.
So that's exactly what he said. The city will spend millions to save hundreds.
It isn't the money that they care about. It's the image and reputation. But yeah, you're 100% like, I'm already prepared. I don't think that my lawsuit against the city will end until I'm 45. I'm looking at 10 years of dicking around with court. But I'm here. I mean, because exactly what happened after I started it, after myself, Art, and several others started it, Ms. Nell was confronted by a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, as we shall say, who wanted to pick a fight and cause chaos, and she was cornered by a bunch of people threatening violence. They threatened her mother. They threatened Councilwoman Tanya Burns. They threatened Ms. Gladys. They were trying for a fight. I saw one of them buck up to Art, and she was about, the top of her head couldn't have come up to the bottom of my beard, and she was ready to buck up to Art. I'm not saying he's fat. I am saying he's a well-built dude. He's a big guy, right? Like, and what did Nell have to protect herself, thankfully?
I'm just saying, but that was courtesy of your councilwoman in the second ward.
She caused a riot. She said, "Come on down. Let us know how angry you are."
But guess what happened? Not a thing, man.
And they got it on camera.
Yeah, nothing happened.
And that they were sent, and that they were there for a fight, and they were there to cause chaos. They wanted violence. They were out for blood. It is on camera and on the internet, and not a fucking thing happened.
But I blame the councilwoman in the second ward. Because you never play with people mental when they lose a loved one. You got to understand that. See, a lot of that
we can't ignore Candace's role in that, because she was the hype woman on that.
But the thing was, your mayor allowed to see the buck still got to stop with him at the end. At the end of the day, your buck, and that's what I'm saying is like. But when you seeing it, that's what I'm asking. Like, outside of Flint, didn't see nothing wrong with this.
No, Tuesday morning, you and I were talking, I believe, and it was talking about the cops in city council, right? The cops, whatever they do, it falls on the mayor. Buck stops with him. If he didn't want the cops there, they wouldn't be there. And what do you know? The day that former Councilman Quincy Murphy's family showed up, where were the cops? But they were certainly there to tell you to leave and to arrest Art for having a damn tripod. They were certainly there to rip Miss Gladys's shoulder out of place. They were certainly there to arrest the Wonder Twins. They were certainly there. And it goes on and on and on.
Trevor, they said your loss will be over in several months, man. They ain't going that long with it.
It's a gun issue during an election year with someone running for a political seat. It's going to take a bit.
I just want to see how it's going. Like I said, to me, it's like, I get it, but why do they always come late? Like, I feel like this should have been a bigger cry when this, because if you go, like I said, if you go look at the comments,
it's a bandwagon thing.
But if you go look at the comments, I'm just talking about the comments.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, when you go look at the comments, they know this stuff here is not being did right. That's what it's like. It's like, damn, y'all know this not being did right. How can y'all even, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you would think, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I do get it, because some of this stuff, like I said, when you seeing some of them, like fires that went up there, and it got pointed out that other people, you know what I'm saying? There's other people who got residency fraud in the state of Michigan is being charged. It's just not here.
Let me scroll on up. I just saw
it's just not here.
Oh, bless it.
And I get it. You know what I'm saying? This thing, they running it rough right now. And I understand why they fighting so hard to keep the rules how it is. But
Leon lives in Flint like Mike Rogers lives in Michigan. But I'm guessing you'll vote for Rogers anyway. Where is Mr. Rogers' neighborhood from the Michigan Advance? U.S. Representative Mike Rogers. Where does he live? It's showing out of the state of Michigan. Oh, majority in Florida, in my neck of the woods. You're right. This has been a thing in Michigan for a lot longer. And it isn't just like, hey, I don't live in my district. I don't live in my damn state.
I mean, but they allowed it to go down. Like I said, when Sis Audrey brought it up to Inez Brown, the former clerk, she brought it up and was nothing said about it. It's like Inez let it just go on by.
Mm-hmm.
It was brought up. And then you want to say something on your way out. Once she seen it, was to me, it's like, then we, you know.
I've done it. It's like, I've done it, but I'm stopping and I'm going to say something. It's like, Ms. Brown, you already made your money. You already were playing in the mud. You can't tell others to stay clean after you just got done with a full match. You know what I mean?
But you know what, Denise? It's kind of hard. I'm gonna tell you, it's kind of hard when I sometimes people do, but it's kind of hard because sometimes people they want to put they personal things in the front. You know what I'm saying? They personal agendas on what the fight was. The fight here was about the water, what it always been.
I mean, there's been side issues that have come up with the water.
Yeah,
but majority of the time, it has been about the water and making people whole. You need clean drinking water. You need your pipes fixed, and you need to be compensated for the damages done to your life and body as a whole.
Right, and I think that's what it was. People might have paid more attention to what he was saying, but it's like when you start putting other things into it. Yes, you can, Lydia. She said, "May I ask a question?" Let me put it up here. Why is Flint so afraid to come out and speak how they feel and what they need? Who can you go to? Who can you really trust?
Those two questions at the end are the answer to the first. I'm not even kidding. So, well, let's take a minor issue from a few years ago. Pump station number 5 flowing back into people's basements with sewage water. This was into the second ward. People called their second ward councilwoman and were told, I can't do nothing for you. Stop calling me. And then turned off her phone. When she came back to council, she had snarky comments for them. I don't run around wearing a shop vac on my back. That's why people don't speak out so much in Flint. Because when you do ask for help, when you do ask for resources, when you ask to be pointed in the right direction, you are mocked, derided, and oftentimes you're looked at as a political activist. Oh, you're trying to do this to make someone look bad, and they will retaliate even though that wasn't your intent in the first place. Some of these people just wanted literal sewage out of their home, and they wanted to know if they needed to contact the city, the county, or whoever. And then when it came down to giving these people payment for the damages done to their homes and the repairs and even just sucking out the sewage via whatever cleaning service, their own council person voted against them.
And that, look, I'm going back to what Mark Hutchinson said. I had put it up in case people didn't see it. In case I put it back up. He said, we got to be honest. People supporting Leon knew he lived in Mount Morris. Candace supporters knew she lived outside of Flint. Liddell supporters knew she didn't meet residency requirements. Right, but then nobody say nothing. You know, and even Chris Caleb said, everyone in Flint been on notice for decades because I have been going to Flint for decades. I saw this crap myself, but I don't think people paid attention. Let me see what Miss Beverly Biggs said. What the second ward council person keep is a shovel with her car make sense.
I mean, which car? Was it the Traverse? Was it the Mitsu?
It had to be the burner vehicle. But I mean, you got to really understand, like, that's what I'm saying. When you're looking at it, it's a rough game that you finna play with. You coming up here to play here. Jed seen it. I'm telling you, Jed seen it. Jed probably wishing he
They
never
tried
came up
slapping him
here.
with a felony for disturbing the peace. A felony.
But I think, and I ain't trying to laugh, Jed, because I really should be crying for you, brother.
I mean, I think it's hilarious how ridiculous it is, and thankfully, I think it got shot down as a felony.
We don't know. Like you said, this man, unless he get up out of there, he will keep spending taxpayers' money to fight that.
I don't think the prosecuting attorney can appeal a criminal decision. Only the defense. Oh.
Denise Cousins. Wow. That's why I say they play long game. They don't play short game. That's like with this situation right here. That's what I'm saying. The residency. I appreciate it. It's being brought up. My thing is, why wasn't it made a big issue when Sis Audrey was here? Oh, facts, Miss Biggs. That's what I'm saying. Like, do people really is they really looking at it? Like, what's going on? Like, that's my thing, because it's like, if you don't get that clerk office together, and I get it, you got more people speaking out now. You got more people speaking out. But my thing is, all this stuff that y'all saying, y'all should have been here to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just making me think. It's just like when everybody picked up, and that includes me, picked up the Sharon Moore story. Is that one, because this one feel like it can, you know what I'm saying, it can bring more attention to you? Or is this something you're going to stay on top of? Is this something can you get? Because, you know, I don't want to hear, well, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm just saying, like, where was this at? Like, where was this coverage at back then? Because I'm just looking at like I said, we got what, 6 days? 5 days left in this year. People going to be making that announcement in February about how they finna be running for mayor or what they finna be running for. And you got to look at even people that talk good. Do you think they will? Because I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think nobody going to come up in here and bump the system. Like, they can redo the system. Let's be honest, family, because they'll make their time hard and will haul their asses into their courts. But what I'm saying is, whoever the next people, can y'all go up there and cut a deal? You're going to get what you want. But can we get this water clean in Flint?
That's my next thing too, right? Like, it doesn't matter if you know someone. I've said it before. You know, they may be the best friend in the world, but the absolute worst negotiator. Make sure whoever you're voting for knows how to speak in public. And I know this sounds horrible, you know, but you don't want another LaShawn. You don't want another Leon. You don't want another Cynthia. You want someone who can actually prepare their thoughts ahead of time and express them in a manner that everyone can understand and doesn't want to laugh at them.
But
that
this,
way they can get money coming into the city of Flint in the right way. You have to have your negotiators beat negotiators.
No, because you don't want nobody come in like Judy. That is a denier. So you get them in here like you had Allie Holcomb. Like you, no, we got to be honest though. That she was part of that. She's the one. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you got to get someone with the right attitude and the right presentability.
But still, Judy, she's the denier of the water. Like you got to bring that up too. Like having her up in there is not that she just as bad. She come in there, she talk good. What she do? She still vote the BS.
I'm failing to see where I said vote for Judy.
I'm failing to see what you saying. You call it. No, I'm just saying you got to throw Judy in there too.
Oh yeah, you do have to find someone who's going to talk right, and you have to find someone who's going to speak the truth. You have to find a good mix of the two.
Yeah, but
obviously you shouldn't just vote for someone. Oh, the water's always been fine. It never affected me. Never vote for that. You shouldn't vote for someone right now that's gonna blindly trust.
That's what.
The water's good. The EPA said so. Didn't the EPA lie to the city of Flint in 2014? Didn't the city of Flint lie to the people in 2014? Didn't the state lie to people in 2014? So why are people taking these as gospel now? Get an independent investigation. What I mean by independent is obviously not a group associated with city council either.
I'm with you, Debbie. We got to get people out to vote. because what they giving you, I really is no people that's working for the city of Flint. Hey, I'm with you on this, Air Tar Heels. Thank you for tapping in. With all the gatekeeping going on, who gave him the green light to drop the story?
Republican Party.
Mm.
Look, let me go find that cute little video that my brother sent me. This guy. Let me see if I can't blow it up, and I'll play it for us as soon as Chrome stops being Chrome.
Oh,
all right, cool.
JoJo, I'm looking at it. I'm looking what Donnell said. You're going to see a lot of throwback politicians coming back in the picture for 2026. I'm knowing, like, listen, I don't.
No, continue on. I'll hit play when you get your thought out because.
No, go ahead.
All right. Just tell me if you guys can hear this. Already first lie. Are they out of drinking water? No, they have that bullshit.
Damn. Why is it playing so low?
No, it's blowing my ear out.
Go ahead. I might have to turn mine up. Go ahead.
Anyone can shop there, but anyone can also be a member that directly contributes to the establishment while also getting some perks in return. I bet the prices are through the roof. Also, what kind of perks could they possibly offer given that they don't have the money to change their system? On the contrary, because the board members are filled with community members, they get to stock supplies that are unique for the community and set fair prices. And the members get extra stuff like special discounts and coupons. They get to vote on the board members who run the store. And in some cases, they also get financial returns in the form of profit share. Wait, that kind of sounds amazing. Why aren't there more of these? Yeah, that was a dumb question. The one in Flint, Michigan currently has Bridget Brown Jackson as their board chair, which is great for a few reasons. They had a terrible time with their water situation, so it's really nice to see that they're flourishing with this. Did you hear about Flint, Michigan?
So, hey guys, Flint's flourishing. In case you couldn't tell, in case this gentleman, that pissed me off. Yeah, water's fixed. Apparently, that grocery store is great, even though things are shutting down inside. Even though council members voted on it when they were, part of the investors, even though they took it back afterward. It doesn't matter. You voted on it anyway. And it's flourishing now. Flint is entirely flourishing. This is the type of stuff getting pushed out there. These are political operatives, just like Kilbreth, working and doing what he's doing. I bet you he's wanted to write this for a long time. I bet you he really probably felt very, very passionate about this. But it's political season. Now he's given the go-ahead to help get some Republican folks a leg up, just like Democrat folks with that guy. It makes me wonder if some of the money Chris Martin got was for advertising and for public image.
This whole thing is it's just mind blowing. I can really go. Like, that's what I'm telling you.
In 2026, Americans didn't wake up. They wanted to be brainwashed. I mean, I don't know, dude. There are many reasons I'm so happy to live in the country, and I am so comfortable with so many rounds of ammunition, right? Like, I'm tired of it all.
I'm looking at what Chris Caleb said. That's why I sent this to you. Right. Even until you get that clerk office together, man, you're not finna change nothing. I agree with Alan. Eyes must be on the clerk office. History is our best teacher. We must learn from the past crooked and suspicious elections. Like, even down to, and then another thing, how Davina just played it. Because I don't know, have we ever seen any time other elections doing, not elections, what is it called? Recalls that they lost 6 papers and it was like it was nothing.
In studio volume controls. I need to play with my things for a sec.
I just want to see. I'm just like I said, all this stuff. The what up, Katie? Everything that went down. It's just it. Like I said, Davina, until you, and if it is allegedly, if Davina, if just let's say allegedly, she trying to go and retire, Lord have mercy. Look at the shape she left the clerk office in. If she do try to step down. I'm already looking at it. It just, to me, I'm like, wow. Now they put this story out, but like, damn, it didn't make no sense back when it happened. It didn't make no sense, far as residency fraud. I'm just trying. I'm like I said, I was more looking at the people that was in the comments, like seeing it. I'm looking at these people. They seeing this what's going on, but it's like it just, to me, man. I'm just looking at it like, here we go, back in the same situation all over again. It's like now they want to speak on it. Like, why? What up, Cuzzo?
David's still doing David things. I'm guessing we're talking about Prosecutor Layden.
No, I don't know. He ain't gonna do nothing. I don't know. He ain't gonna do nothing.
I think he might, just to get a notch under his belt, because it's, once again, election season. But he's also going against the judges that Neely has. So it is what it is. What it is.
I don't see. Look, Miss Beverly Biggs.
Oh, okay.
Recall at
from Dave Chappelle show.
Yeah, the number one is not finna go down. Look, if she do, Gloria does not. Look, number one problem. Please do not let Gloria. That's gonna be what it is. Gloria get it. You really hit. I just don't see how you gonna. I don't see how you gonna handle it. To be honest with you, I don't see how you gonna handle it. Like right now, that residency. If you just look at good, if you just, there's hardly no life because I'm away from. All I'm saying is, if you look at this, if you look at it, Davina act like when what was it, 6 or 8 sheets of recall papers came up missing.
By the way, since Ms. Bev brought up recalls, I do want to bring up recalls on Neely. In 2021, there was an attempt made by Art Woodson on the issue of state and city insurance coverage. These were all rejected by the Genesee County Election Commission, primarily due to issues of clarity in the petition language. 2024, then they broke these down by waves. The first wave, September of 24, 8 petitions were filed, all rejected. Second wave, in November, 7 petitions were filed, all denied. Third wave, in December of 24, 9 recall petitions were filed by the same individuals. These were again denied by Genesee County Election Commission, mostly for insufficient clarity.
You thought they was gonna go against him?
I'm just saying, the man, the political process in Flint is screwed because all these clerks, all these areas are protecting him, protecting the in crowd. Losing 6 recall pages, as you said. How about all those signatures that look suspiciously the same, almost like scribbles from the same hand? How about several boxes of absentee ballots coming in unsecured?
But that was all on video when that issue came up. That issue came up, but it got swept up under the rug. Just like with the who was it, Jocelyn Benson, right? She the Secretary of State, right?
Yes.
Then Davina sent it up there, and what she do?
She kicked it back, said, hey, you need to investigate this, and you need to recommend it to your local police or whatever authorities. And she's sitting on it. She said, we'll let 26 sort it out. I mean, once you control that clerk's office, you control all the paperwork, every bit of it.
And that's why I'm saying, like,
the city council clerk, she's the city clerk.
So how you can't? That's the point that I'm saying. She said she's supposed to be independent, right?
And that's what she said. She said no. She said she is independent, which to me says she independently chose her side. She doesn't have a fear for her paycheck. She chose.
You see, this what Stanley Wood said. Davina's trying to keep peace with the mayor. The mayor wants to make the clerk position an elected position, but she's hoping to make it till January 2027 to be able to retire if it becomes an elect. She lose. She need to. She ain't did nothing right, but I get it. With the mayor.
If it becomes an elected position, I still don't think she's in any danger because she controls the things that come through there.
Right,
like those recall papers, like those signatures, like
she could jam a lot of them up. And Davina don't want to do it. She could make the mayor's job hard because Miss Biggs should have easily been in that third ward seat if she didn't do that bullshit with Candace. Let's call a spade a spade. When she jumped up there and knew the councilman in the first ward had changed his vote, she knew what she was doing. When she got up there, she walked in the back and her and the lawyer talked. She might have been on the phone with the mayor. You know what I'm saying? And said, no, we messed up. Go back up there and blase split or whatever. You seen them came right back. She knew when she let 21 get away with it, what game she was in.
And let's not forget, she didn't push it on AC Dumas either when that was called up.
Hey, and here we is, and saying that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't want to hear nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm telling you. You know, you just got to go ahead and be more serious on what's really going down, because it's about to get busy. Because the way they finna come out. Yeah, he playing it real, but he got people who wanted to play with him. Davina could have easily got in there and stopped it. Inez Brown, the former clerk, could have stopped some of that BS when he came in. When Sis Audrey came to her about Liddell not being there the full year, she could have nipped that in the bud, but she didn't want to.
What Don Pfeiffer said when things were brought up and he went to Inez Brown. She said, all that matters is the address on your driver's license.
I'm looking at, you see, I blame council. Why none of them talk about residency? I mean, none on record. That's coming from Winters. Stanley Wood says, she told me the investigation with Leon will not provide results to after the election. Let that sink in. He is protected till the election.
I want to know why that. I mean, hell, they can find things very quick on literally anyone, but the investigation on Leon is going to take, 11 months right now?
For residency.
Like, where are you living? Hey, here's all these court papers that he's filled out from even before he started down this path of a new felonious charge.
Good morning.
Even before then, what addresses were on there?
If she do it, that means she got to bring up 21. That means she got to bring up, they would probably bring Inez into, but you know how they go. They go with who in there now. But they really should go back on who was in there from when this BS started, to be honest with you. But if you did deal with Davina, you'll have a lot of people running scared. But let me see what Chris Caleb said. He said Davina is complicit in all the crimes the city council is doing. The only thing y'all can do is sue, protest, and vote for different people and file complaints against the city attorney. But I think even with the courts, you got to be able to take it to the next step, because if you think you finna make something pop off with this one, bullshit.
Bullshit. No.
Mark said a mouthful right there. See what Stanley said? Now, this is your clerk. Oh, my bad. I'm going to go to Stanley said. She said it would have to go through the court system to remove him, and it will be full of appeals. Wow. Let me see here. The mayor runs the council with the 5 votes and do. The question is, do law apply to this administration? No. And the answer is no.
No. Now, here's the thing. We're coming into election season, and now people are talking about residency again. And talking about it loud again. Because it's always been a whispered thing, right? We're going to see a lot of people, as they're running, start talking about residency.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell are you now? Why aren't you talking about it today?
Listen.
That's what this show's about right now. Like all these bandwagon fans, for lack of a better term, but all these people jumping on the bandwagon a little bit late. Where have you been? Why have we been in this fight for 10 rounds and now you're starting to walk in? Like you couldn't say anything sooner?
But you just said it. You said the Republican Party told him to go ahead.
That's my guess. I mean, he may come out and just say that's wrong, but we've been talking about a lot of people's residency for a while. Hell, they dicked around on council long enough for Candace to buy herself a new home in Flint.
Oh, and you see what Winter said. She's screaming it. That's when I guess I didn't got hit. The kids told me when it's in all caps, they hollering. Because first for a minute, I thought she was hollering at me. I was ready to crash out with the scream. She said, no, you won't see not one damn politician talk about residency.
Bet. Nah, I'm willing to throw 20 on it right now.
You think somebody is?
I think a few are. Now,
we about to find
that
out.
May be fine and dandy. Yes, you live in your ward and you can prove it. Why the hell aren't you here today talking about it?
I'll say this.
That's all I'm saying. Like, hey, if you really want to show that you actually give a damn for the community, why does it take for an election season for you to get out and talk about it?
I'll give, like I said, I'll give Tanya and I'm gonna get our credit on this because they've been battling like damn near. Tanya been in the street fight politically. Let me get that right. Politically, she been in the street fight. That's the point that I'm making. Is like her voice didn't get no traction with it.
No.
The people that's been hollering, I'm just telling you, it amazes me because I watched with Sharon when I'm talking about the football coach, how his thing got pressed all across the media. Okay, he's a football coach. Hell, we got a councilman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, let's make it make sense now. I'm just saying, they see all this stuff going on. And he is a politician, Chris. But I think when Maurice bucked against the system, and I'm talking about the system in Flint, now I'm not gonna say Maurice was saying this stuff though, but a lot of people gave him flack because he said he wanted to go talk to Trump to get some help. And everybody else was saying, wait till Biden get in office. So when that went down, you see Maurice, they wanted Maurice gone out of that second ward seat. And look what you got.
Now you got the literal devil sitting in that seat.
They wanted Maurice gone. And I'm glad you brought that up, though, Chris Caleb. He was a politician. Deborah Luna, thank you for tapping in, beloved. But they wanted Maurice. Everybody love Maurice now. They go listen to his show, show up to his blues show. But just think about it. Look at all the hell that he went through.
I mean, he was ripped up and down and sideways. He had everyone coming at him.
Yeah.
And it was for asking for help, apparently from the wrong person. I don't even think that was really the reason why. They're just looking for a way to get him out. And that just seemed to be the way that riled everyone up.
Man, they wanted Maurice Davis gone because Maurice went to talking about on his podcast. He was calling things out, and they couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things he was calling out, like I said, they was mad, but they used that Trump thing against him. But then you got a Democratic president. They didn't understand that, KD. They used that against Maurice.
Hey, Buddha Toes, we usually don't give verbal warnings here, but I'm about to give you one. Stop spamming my chat with a bunch of I's and block letters that are whited out. Thank you. Sorry, I went through a whole thing trying to decipher his bullshit earlier. Hey, I just wanted to make sure he wasn't dropping any racial epithets hidden behind those block letters, because I was about to ban him faster than Maurice Davis got banned from that council, apparently. Well, at least with recall, you know what I mean?
What went to say that? Okay, riddle me this. So why won't the county clerk step in, or Benson? Ask yourself why no one is saying anything.
I don't think the county clerk has jurisdiction over that, and Benson's just following the book and the law. The only reason the other city got it is because the man who filed the complaint is from the same office. Now,
they came up with a good excuse, didn't they?
Yeah, they came up with a great excuse. But once again, the state's tied in with Neely. And if Neely doesn't want it to happen, especially if it's politically damning, then it's not going to happen. I mean, just is what it is, what it is.
Yeah, no, it's a fact. And that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. You have to really look at it. They letting it slide. That's why Davina, but like I said, I have to look at her standpoint too. She probably like, damn, when nobody tripping when Arnez let it go, because that's how people do. They always blame the next one. Okay, well, this for you right here. It says the clerk this winter. Let me get this together. The clerk. What the hell?
If the county clerk has no say, why does he look over the signatures? That's part of his jurisdiction. That's part of his duties there. But looking into the residency issue falls specifically to the county clerk or to the city clerk. They aren't all intertwined together as such. And they aren't even really subservient to one another. They are different spheres or different things that sometimes have a little bit of overlap. It's set up that way just so you can't have a state come in and, unless there's extenuating circumstances or they make them up, such as, a water crisis or a financial crisis, that a state can't just come in and override a democracy of a city, or a county can't just come in and override the democracy of a city. That's why. I mean, in theory, it's a great system, right? In theory, it's, we're protecting the people. In practice, the people also have no fallback protections. That just is,
Well, we going Winters right back at you again. Here you go. This is you. She said, all right, I ask you, does the county clerk has no say on residency? Are you sure?
99.9%, but pretty sure you have the county clerk's number if you want to give them a call.
I just see it as this clerk office, I'm up under this clerk leadership, and it was also up under the last one. I'm just going to say this. You would think somebody would have to step in because this residency thing's been going on for so long. You can tell Flint is not doing, and don't get me wrong, I don't want to see another emergency manager up in here. Let me be real with you, because you can bring emergency manager in, and they have done it. I believe they'll try it again. And you may be right on that, Stanley Wood. The real problem, there has been corruption for so long that everyone doing it to some point. But when do it stop? That's the question. When do it stop? I have no idea. I'm trying to say, when do it stop? That's what I'm trying to say.
I mean, at some point you do have to call it out and try to stop it. Now, will we get that? Probably not, but we're at least trying to call it out at the moment. Now, Also, that doesn't make Republican Party our allies in this neither. It makes us temporarily on the same side of the line, but first time that it comes to them needing a favor, them needing something swept up, we're back to where we are. No one on this side. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Let me see. Fifth, people robbing. It said people robbing banks to get no punishment. Everyone will rob the banks. If people were robbing banks to get, everyone would rob banks. To me, what it is, see, this residency, until you deal with it, we're gonna continue to have this problem. Every level of government is responsible for Flint demise. I do believe I can agree with you with that, Chris, because they see what's going on. Let me see what Ms. Biggs said. The county clerk is going to give you the runaround. He think it's funny. He just wants to turn a deaf ear to everything. He's part of it too. Corruption. I'm to be honest with you. I thought you probably said. Let me see. Raphael said, "Make sure who do you address that have jurisdiction over them? City council and the clerk." You would. I don't know.
Have to fall to the Secretary of State.
But
for the clerk's office, for city council, I think you would have to petition the governor.
New one, good morning. But see, I'm looking with Donnell Melder said, you've seen Dominique Neely on several occasions. His office is compromised. I'm just saying, this ain't me saying it, I'm just reading it. But even when Winters interviewed Dominique, the county clerk, he did say it would have been repercussions if that would have happened in his office.
Yep.
I'm Trevor. Okay, Ref. I'm not for sure. Let me be honest with you. Somebody know you. I'm thinking, well, Davina took it up there to the Secretary of State, and the Secretary of State threw it right back in Davina's lap. I think here we is doing it when you talking about Trump don't care about Flint. I think Maurice was just trying to get help. We had just came from up on the Democratic president. We had just came from up on Obama. Trump got in. And didn't nothing go down. Then Biden got in. And then, you know what I'm saying? Maurice was, in my humble opinion, Maurice was just trying to get help. Whoever would help.
To answer that last question, according to a quick Google search, if Flint City Clerk isn't performing duties, residents should contact the Flint City Council. Ha ha ha. The mayor's office. Ha ha ha. The newly established ombudsperson's office, if active and functioning. I love that they put that in brackets there. And potentially hire state and federal agencies like Michigan Attorney General's office or the U.S. Department of Justice. Get to writing letters, folks.
I think you're going to have to go down there and basically do a protest down there at the Secretary. I'm not saying telling people, but I'm just saying these are suggestions I can probably make. If people go down to Lansing, you probably will get a better understanding.
And they also say to alert local media like MLive to generate public awareness. So your first contact is compromised, your second contact is compromised, your third contact doesn't exist, your fourth contact is compromised, so you got to hope you can get in at state level, but wait, they're tied in with Neely too, so then you hope federal, but hey, federal is kind of big and has a lot of things going on, as several people here say, won't care anyway. I think you're going to hell in a handbasket there.
Listen, man, it's terrible. And you would think it's a federal crime, Alan, but here you can get away with it, in my humble opinion, and here you can get away with it.
I mean, it's a federal crime under penalty of perjury to lie about where you live, but Flint, you can get away with it. But looks like Stanley Wood's lawsuit isn't the first one to go against the Flint City Clerk's office. Granted, the last one in 2020 was about right to vote via absentee ballot, which we now know is a problem. some people have been screaming it for a while. But yeah, 2020, the Flint voters sue city clerk for violating right to vote by absentee ballot. So the clerk's office has been in that court before.
Mm. See, Ms. Biggs said we have written letters that we are blue in the face, and they still have not responded to them. So this is all a joke. Ha ha ha! I feel you, Ms.
Quite
Biggs.
literally.
Yeah.
Like, it's compromised from top to bottom, and there's nowhere to go. You can try going to the ballot box, but where do all those votes go? Oh, wait, straight to the clerk's office that you're trying to get things done in. Sounds like that's a great idea.
That's why I said, let's be honest. See, to me, in my humble opinion, I feel like Neely, the way he's operating, he's the emergency manager for the state. They just,
he's the democratically elected emergency manager,
right? Yeah, because what he's able to do, because he's still able to get away with what he's been doing. Mm-hmm. And it's like, even with the people that he got on council, like Liddell voting for her own nonprofit,
mm-hmm.
everybody getting stuff allegedly, we gonna say, because I can't prove it, allegedly Judy got her kitchen done. It's like so much stuff that's been allegedly that's been did behind the scenes. We don't know. We just getting what's been sprinkled out there. Candace trying to vote for her nonprofit to get some money.
I mean, what was it? Was it
300?
300.
300, but
and then
you still had
looking at trying to get her job, as she said. Remember, that's my job, but trying to get her job contracts.
See, look what New One said. Who can you report these things to? The AG is under investigation. The governor has a $55 million issue. They're all corrupt. See, really, you in a catch-22. And I get it. Even trying, you don't think that they looking. That's why, and I'll say this again. We really, like you said it. You said it, we wasn't a threat. Jed was the threat.
Mm-hmm.
Jed was bringing more attention.
We pick up 100 people
today.
Yeah. Right. I can look at our videos, our channel content. I can give you the numbers for each one. You and I go over the numbers almost daily, right? But we travel on over to someone with a little bit more reach. That little bit more reach can get to somebody who, I'm not going to say has good intentions. Look, if you work for a government, whether it be city, state, federal, some random put together BS like a HOA, I consider you corrupt and in someone's pocket, period, end of story. But you're always going to find someone with an agenda that is going to align with what you're trying to do at the moment for their own reasons. Jed definitely had that reach, and that's why they went after him so damned hard. He was a threat.
Yeah, because he came with a different method. See, when he brought that, it brought attention.
Yeah,
when he came with that casket, see that
being a real activist is also being a showman, and he definitely has that in spades.
Facts.
And this is one thing that I've been saying for a minute. Whether you like him or not, whether he's evil or not, you can tell the man has an axe to grind, right? Tell me, would coming into a democratic state in a democratic city and exposing all these corrupt politicians not sharpen that axe a little bit for him? And once again, like him or not, and then you do the same thing in red areas when you have a Democrat president, especially one that's as vindictive as Trump.
Well, answer this question. Why he didn't do it the first time he was here when he came to Flint his first 4 years? Trump see what's going on. If he wanted to shame the Democrats, what he waiting so long for? My reach number ain't changed. I don't believe it changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying,
he can answer, but
yeah, exactly. Because
I'm not saying appeal to the man's humanity. I'm not saying appeal to anyone's humanity. If you're going to go talk to any politician, wherever they are, to try to do something with Flint or any bureaucrat, don't appeal to their humanity. Either appeal to their ego, their sense of self-preservation, or their sense of, advancement.
Wrong person. Yeah, wrong person. KD. No, I ain't saying wrong person on that, Chris Caleb. But thank you though. I'm talking about KD and the right. and the people didn't support Jed, so Neely won again. Facts.
Mhm.
He came in here, Jed came in here to a resistance, but don't nobody want to talk about the resistance. Don't nobody want to talk about it. We act like everything was sweet. If you and I, and like I said, I'm not trying to open up old wounds or hash old things, but we got to be honest. And Winter's been saying this. Do we really want to see Flint changed? Or do we just certain people want Flint changed so they like it? Because that's basically what we battling with.
In my opinion, no one wants to see Flint change. They just want to see who the money passer changes. Poverty is big business, and if you're the guy trying to break into that market, you want to replace someone else, whether it be a mayor, a city councilman, whether it be an activist. Remember, as Mr. Sheridan said, your activists are bought off.
Yeah, it's messed up.
People want to knock them off their podium and take that check for themselves. They're already bought off while they're trying to come up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so messed up. And remember, Maurice, before he was the darling, he was the villain at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I just want people to remember that Maurice was the villain.
Yeah.
I just, in my humble opinion, it's just to me, and that's what I'm looking at. I see it, and I get us. I get people in the city. They like, we don't care, as long as we get somebody to help us. As long as we get somebody to help us. I'm just saying, people should want to get up out in droves and want to go vote. But if not, you're gonna be in the same situation again. Like I don't see nothing really changing until you get that clerk office. I'm not tripping. If you staying in Flint and you really stay here, you should be able to run for council. You shouldn't be able to come here and make money and then be able to go back to where you went to.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, Chris Taylor. Yeah, Maurice was begging for residents.
I mean, going back to your last point, Allie Herkenroder, she moved in, didn't stay there very long, got put on council, became president, played some very questionable plays, and then all of a sudden had a brand new made-up job for her for the state that pays nice and cushy, abandoning her city council seat for behavioral health reasons.
No, she got what she needed.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Behavioral health reasons.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had to put quotations up there for you, but, well, not for you, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
It was a load of bullshit so she could quit city council and go on to her nice, cushy new job that pays a hell of a lot more and comes with less scrutiny.
Right. But can you be mad at the people? They like, damn, like even the people that's doing wrong who's stealing. Can you be mad at them for stealing when they like, this how the game is?
Honestly, personal opinion, probably. Yes, I can. At the same time, most people, I mean, if it's already been done by 60 other people, there's this thing in the Army, right? We all agreed one day because first sergeant sets the uniform in. We were all supposed to go in PT shorts and short sleeves in winter in Colorado Springs. It was cold as balls. We all decided to wear a different uniform regardless of what first sergeant said. It's the one person who's different who's wrong. Right? So, okay, if everyone else is doing it, it's okay for me to do it, is the mentality going on here. And it has to stop. Because at no point has any of this shenanigans or any of this fuckery helped residents of Flint. I haven't seen too much good at all.
Let me see what went to. Okay. She said again, remember, we went from Kate to Judy, so it was more people trained under Miss Inez than just Davina. What happened to the lady who said they told me to say this? I had her on camera. But yeah, it was like way more people trained. Also, Davina was trained up under Miss Inez. Davina just got to go ahead to move up to the number one spot.
No, yeah, she's been there for a while. She was a great worker. She was organizing everything. She'll be a great city councilman or city clerk, guys. And she got the votes needed.
Right.
I mean, it was already decided behind closed doors. At this point, I don't think the city council of Flint should be pretending that they follow the OMA anymore. I'm 99.999% sure that they get in group calls and they coordinate everything before they even step into those council chambers.
You think they don't?
Like I just said, I'm
serious.
99.999% sure they do. I can't
You
say
just-
100%
Facts.
because that falls into the allegedly. You know what I mean?
Facts. But if you think them people not talking, you got to be crazy. You already see, and I'm not going by stuff we put out there. We just going by what we see.
We've seen pictures of a gathering of 4 of them walking downtown after having lunch.
Oh, not just that. We seen them corresponding with each other through text messages that was put out there through
And
the
they're playing
councilwoman show. So it's like, they are having conversations. It just, listen, this ain't no rocket scientist on what's going on.
Ooh.
They, listen, when you see this stuff, you know what it said, take Davina behind the woods shit. No, common sense. You don't do that.
Nope. No violence.
Because the thing is, they just look, Miss Inez, you right, Winter. She trained that whole clerk office. Way more people she trained up in there. Davina just got up to number 1. But you would think somebody would be in there, maybe because they was mad Davina got chose over them. They wasn't the heir apparent. You would think, because in most times you'll have people who would be behind them working, trying to show that this person really is incompetent or this is a bad. I mean, that's how people play. If you still up in there, you got pushed over. They don't usually
take a look at that clerk's office. A bunch of older ladies, really. They're kind of past that game. They're just there to collect a paycheck. Their retirement age. They're just trying to collect that couple extra bucks a month to pair on to whatever the hell else they got going on to continue to live a comfortable life until they die.
So they complicit with the stuff that's been going
100%.
on. Oh, okay.
I don't think that any of them are going to backstab Davina. They're just like, you know what? I don't want it. I don't care. I don't want more responsibility. I'm just here for a paycheck. Thank you very much. And Davina's, youngest one there, a little bit of ambition. Yeah, hey, that's a little bit more money. And obviously things run through her. Right?
It'll break my heart if Davina got a nonprofit.
Dude, at this point, your heart's broken down to dust. Would it really break it down anymore? I mean, you can see it coming. You can smell it coming.
You started a beef right there because once I begged, she said there are a lot of younger, middle-aged women in the clerk office, all being trained by the same practices.
Well, the ones I've run into are older. I'll say.
But you got to remember, the ones that's behind her, there's some young ones that sit behind Davina. I call them salt and pepper. They sit behind her.
I remember those two.
Mm-hmm. So it's some young ones up there. We just ain't seen them all. Maybe when you went, hey, you see. But that's basically what it is. So Davina got 8 votes from council. Let me see. Davina got 8, so that tell you right there. Yeah, she got 8 votes for city council. They are.
Who was the no vote, or was it just an absentee? It is probably an absentee at that time. Is Eva Worthing correct?
No, they voted her in. Remember,
I get that, but is 8 out of 9 seats voted yes? I'm willing
probably
to bet
was
one
Dennis
of those
against her because I know Dennis was probably that one vote said.
What side was Dennis on back then?
Can anybody in the chat go find who the votes was? Because I know Eric voted for.
Donnell Meredith just said 8 votes, so she should probably have who voted it.
I want to say Dennis was the. I want to say Dennis. Mm-hmm. See, Dennis was absent.
Absent vote. That's what I thought.
Dennis wasn't playing with her anyway. Dennis already knew the clerk office was bad. I don't think because he been hollering because he was the first one. I ain't gonna say the first one on council that talked about 21 not living where he's supposed to live.
Yeah, but
So,
we're also
so
talking about,
he had beef with her about that.
we're also talking about pre-change Dennis.
It was during that time.
Like when Davina got appointed as clerk, I thought that was 2021.
When did Dennis switch over?
23, Ashley Capital.
He wasn't over there in 22. I thought Dennis had
Nope.
left in 22.
Nope, because when Trevor's Rant first started up, I was talking a lot of shit about him. Remember, he endorsed the that damn EMS company that went out of business, and I pointed out how many problems they were having, and I asked if he was high. I ain't forget.
Oh yeah, you went too fond of Dennis back then.
No, but I mean, at this point, I say bygones be bygones, but it is what it is. He's voting on a way that I approve of now.
I'm looking at what Mark, you having great conversation in there. He said, right, Davina got 8 votes. That's a prime example of Neely playing chess with amateur. Neely knew the value of the clerk. The others didn't even think to challenge it. Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, look, he a cold piece of work.
Every piece of paper for the city, well, I don't want to say every, but a large part of it goes through her office. Whoever controls that clerk's office controls the city. It was September of 22? Yeah. When Ashley Capital? No. Or when Davina got appointed. Because even then, I don't think Dennis had a change of heart until late 23 with the Ashley Capital. And he even tried being diplomatic about it. Hey, if you guys were to just abstain because conflict of interest, I'll vote yes. They didn't abstain. He said no. Still passed. And then they started riding him. And he said, all right, well, screw y'all. And it all culminated when Dennis called for a vote of no confidence in Liddell's leadership to have her removed as the chairperson for a meeting. And that's when Candace stood up and started screaming at him, "You're a snake. You went back there to plot behind Liddell's back with Mays, and you're a snake, and I see what kind of man you are." Yeah, I remember that. That was a great day.
It was a great day, huh?
Yeah, it was a great day because Dennis saw the type of tiger whose den he was in. He's like, oh. So these people are playing for felonies. I don't like felonies. I don't want to go to prison. Yeah,
it's terrible right now. With Mark, oh, that's Denise. Dennis flipped at the meeting in the dome. You're right. Dennis flipped out on him, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he had several stand-up loud confrontations. Other times he just said, he packed his bag and walked out when council stopped being council, started being circus. Like he was starting to get fed up with the BS. A lot of it was started by his former, teammate, Liddell Lewis. He goes, "This is getting fucking stupid." And she just, her and Candace pushed him away, which I'm willing to bet they're kicking themselves for now, because now Dennis is asking questions that they don't want asked to people they don't want him asking, like the city CFO or anyone that comes up there asking for money. And Dennis has got a great tag team partner in JJ now. Could you imagine if things had gone just a little bit different and Dennis and JJ weren't, partners in this and asking, these type of questions? We would have so little information.
Listen, man, it's just that because I'm thinking about it, man. Only thing I can tell you this. Hey, listen, man. All I can say is this, because you got me thinking. She did tell Dennis, she said, "You slithered your little snake." So,
And she went on a tirade. She was standing and screaming at him.
But Dennis put himself in that right there though with Candace. I know he wish he could take that back.
I don't think so, because honestly, he went on to prove something. That meeting, after Liddell was unable to chair, went so smooth, without constant interruptions, without constant, you're out of order. Here's your warning. You need to shut up. I'm taking your time. Constant. Without that happening, that meeting went so smooth. And you know what? Eric Mays was still in that first ward chair. He wasn't absent. They didn't remove him. They couldn't remove him. And the meeting went smooth, proving that it wasn't Eric that was the problem. No, it was Liddell Lewis and her leadership.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this man, he picked some people. Hold up. She getting me straight. Council voted 7-0 to approve Donahue's appointment. Council members Tanya Burns, Dennis Pfeiffer was absent.
Thank you, Wentus.
Oh, I would listen. So that go. I know Mays voted for. I think Mays was on there. He voted.
And here's Ms. Bev backing up my faulty memory, but it was 2023 when Dennis started going a different way because he called Eric and apologized to Eric for all the wrong that they were doing.
Yeah, that's that day Eric dropped that tear. I would have dropped a foot in Dennis' ass. After all the hell I went through, I would have put a foot. We could have been cool afterward. We would have went behind the woods.
Let's settle it like men. Let's come out and have a beer after.
I'm telling you though, man, because I'm telling you, Eric caught. I mean, listen, that what he went through. I know why people don't want, because you can lose your life. That's what I think people not understand. Yeah, Chris, but people want to be here. Let me tell you that they want to be here. Let me go be honest with you, man. People don't want to go through that. Chris, you can hear some of the war stories, as I call them, when they tell you people don't have time to go mess with this. They tell you, Flint, I don't know. I just walked into it. They say they don't be want to deal with it. They don't want to have problems or nothing.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not just cops you have to worry about. All these folks funneling money. Money is a big motivator for a lot of people to do a lot of things. Sketchy shit done dirt cheap.
Don't you see Pastor?
I'll get it.
Yeah. Haven't you seen Pastor Thompson Church? For what? Because he was out there was trying to get help when that pump number 5 went off.
Mm-hmm.
Because he called Tanya. She came out there to help. He been in Purgatory. His church over there with that opera money has been in Purgatory. What they call a Purgatory, if I'm saying
Purgatory.
It right. Purgatory, my bad.
The limbo in between. Yep.
Yeah, Purgatory. They is in some mess with opera money right now. Just look at the games that they've been being played.
I mean, it is wild how, and that's just one example of how that money can be held up. We've seen other examples where the mayor just doesn't cut the check, doesn't send it out. When was W.T. Stevens last paid? Or if they have been paid at very least, how long did it take to get them the paycheck that they rightfully deserved for the work that they've done?
I'm just telling you. It was, Alan. It was a hot miniseries for a second, but when you keep taking L's, it seemed like the way the residents been taking L's, even some of the council members been taking L's. We've been taking a lot, man.
It's turned into an L factory as many as it's been passing out lately.
Oh, okay. She said, which paycheck? Because, they back working for the city.
Damn. Because I remember, God, right when I first started on with you, it was a big thing. W.T. Stevens hadn't been paid the $1.5 million. It had been held up. It had been approved. It just hadn't been cut. So apparently it's been cut if they're back to work for him, because I wouldn't work for someone that ain't paying me my $1.5 million.
Nah, I don't think I'll go get these other men. Sometimes you gotta lose a meal to get others.
At the same time, if you're based in a city, if you have all your equipment in a city, moving that to another city as permanent residence, as well as getting a yard for it, expensive as hell. If you're just trying to take that equipment to another city to work there, then bring it back, your fuel costs and logistics are fucking insane. Some of these larger, like, I don't want to say larger, but smaller businesses that have large equipment, where you set down roots is where you're stuck.
Right, but that's why I'm thinking like maybe that they was like, "F, we just not getting that. We'll get the, you know what I'm saying? Well, let's go ahead and get this money because you can't, you don't want to cut your nose off to spite your face."
Here's the thing: if you ain't pay me money that you already owe me, how am I going to trust that you're going to pay me more money for work if you ain't paying me the last time? No. You have to pay for me to come to work for you.
Well, only thing I can say will probably, I'm gonna throw allegedly on there. They ain't got that money from their last administration. Nah, they getting paid for what they doing now. Sometimes you got to take, you know, maybe the mayor, like, you're not getting that money from that past administration.
I don't know, dude. Like, one of the people that I worked for on Twitch for a while, a couple months back, they just reached out to me asking me to do some more work for them. I go, I haven't been paid yet. I got paid, so I've got some editing to do starting in February. I told them, look, if I ain't get paid, I ain't going to trust you. No more work's getting done. That's just pure what it is. And I'd hope other businesses take that same stance because you're just going to keep getting ripped off until you go out of business if you don't.
Hey, Mark, that's why I listen. I just threw the allegedly up there. I don't know, but from what we found out, they doing the work. So they might have got theirs. I ain't tripping.
Also, question: what work are they doing right now? Because if it's anything to do with pipes and water, then obviously the water crisis isn't settled. Then is it? Have we gone from?
Oh, okay. This is coming from. This she dropping some of this.
Once again, my memories from 22, 23.
Yeah, she dropping this tea. She said, "Who said they didn't get paid up? They haven't spoke negatively in a long time."
Yep.
So, well, you
I
said,
didn't hear any positive resolution, so I just assumed. But hey,
see, maybe you right. Like you said, they didn't want to pay you. Now they paying you. You doing the job.
Yeah, last I heard was when we were still working with Weaver on Lippincott.
Things can change. Things can change.
That is for sure. But I'm wondering if they haven't said anything negatively in a long time.
If you got your money, why would you?
True enough. We'll see who they. We'll actually, Open Secrets, one of our favorite websites, is going to be very, very busy coming up in election season. I'm going to be interested to see who they donate to.
I mean, but seriously,
they're prolific donators.
If they give me, I'll tell you this: if we were to drop some change to me, I'd be like, I wouldn't even say nothing no more. Oh, they're doing a service line. Yeah, right. You right. Remember, the mayor brought them back to help with the service line that was discussed at council.
If they're still doing work on service lines, then isn't it premature to say the water crisis is finished, that it's all done, that all the water is good? Sorry, jumping down a different rabbit hole here.
That's the mayor.
That's the governor.
Yep, all of them. All of them planning saying it, but right now, I just look at we in Hunger Games down here. That's all I can say is Hunger Games. And like I said, if you go look, I said, all is the cancer cluster study. You got a big uptick in kidney disease as he was talking about it. Like I say, you can go over there. He talks about it when he come on. He giving you the insight on what's going on with that. But like I say, it's like, it's sad. that 100,000 was the max that people was getting. It's terrible.
100,000 isn't even a year's worth of dialysis. 100,000 isn't even a kidney that might need transplant. The hell they mean? How does 600 and change million turn into 100,000 when only 20 something thousand out of the 80,000 were approved?
Chris said you get a surety bond. Yeah, you do.
Surety bond, yeah.
Yeah, you do. Let me see what Beverly Biggs before we shut it down. We have to 11 o'clock. The mayor gave out all them bogus blanks to the companies, and not one person have received $1 of them 20,000. Yeah, he was giving to them checks. He was giving to the small business companies. Wow. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're working for Lakeshore. Thank you.
Okay.
Always nice to see you in chat, Councilwoman Burns. I almost called you Ms. Burns.
Okay, the councilwoman, she got that together. She said, "Good morning, WT Stevens, the subcontractors for Lakeshore Global, which doesn't go through the city. There were some personal reasons why they didn't sue. WT is completing Detroit service line." Thank you for setting that straight.
Thank you. See, personal reasons. So yeah, it seems like they were without money for a while. If the option to sue is even on the table, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just an example, though, right? The entire point was there are many ways to hold up money coming from the city. It can come from council to put things in purgatory, keep it tabled forever, or just the mayor not sending out a check. Just like Ms. Bev here said, yeah, so many people were awarded these beautiful checks for 20 or so plus, and they haven't received a dime yet. Weird. Just weird.
Yeah, it's just terrible.
But
hopefully,
while she's here, we might as well thank her while she can see our faces. While we see everyone else jumping on a bandwagon about residency, thank you for leading the fight and been fighting it alone for a while, because you're about to have several people try to crowd that stage with you coming up soon talking about residency issues. Just, they didn't care before. They really don't care when they talk about it. Just beware of the fakes. I think that's got me, though, Mick. What you got?
No, I'm done. We out. I see y'all. I don't know if she coming on tonight. Today, Friday. I'm glad y'all came on, tapped in with us.
Some point tomorrow, I'll be streaming some video games and just BSing probably politics or whatever.
Yeah, I thank y'all for coming in. Oh, what? My bad. Went to be there at 6:45, so I have the show set up for 6:45, family, and everything. But as you see, she said she coming in. Today is Friday.
$5 Friday. Hey, if you ain't going to be here tonight, if you got something to throw into a $5 Friday, go ahead and do it now. Much appreciated. Keeps us running, keeps the lights on.
Oh, she said 6 p.m.
I'm going to clip that.
Yeah, clip that. I will say 6:45. Family, we know how this story go. But she coming in, and I'm pretty sure I ain't gonna say nothing. She coming in, whatever she coming in. She coming in with some stuff. She coming in with something because it's the end of the year anyway. You know what I'm saying, family?
Hey, that's salty.
That's why I just wanted to, and if I didn't say all y'all names, family, I just wanted to have a serious question on what I was seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because I know we was giving a lot of props yesterday, the day before. I was one of them like, yeah, he wrote the story. But I had 24 hours to sit back and think about it like, damn. Like, but where was this at earlier when we needed this? Where was this at when, you know what I'm saying? It's just like some of the people. That's all I'm saying. That was my take from it. I wasn't trying to throw nobody off. I'm just saying, in my humble opinion, because I seen how they blasted Sharon Moore across TVs. He made everything. Okay, y'all can say he a head coach for the University of Michigan, but at the same time, this is a council person in the city with poison water. So you would think it would get, Flint would get some. It would get the same type of attention. That's the point that I was trying to get. And that was the point I was making. Like, I get it that the story was wrote, the story was wrote. But my thing is, like, where was this at 4 months ago? Where was this at June 1st when a lot of this stuff was coming on? And that, that was my gripe about it. After I had 24 hours to soak it in, and like, damn. So, and if I stepped on anybody's toes, I wasn't trying to. I was just trying to get my personal opinion on how I felt about it after 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You got anything to say before we shut it down?
Like I said, I thank Tanya Burns for keeping on the residency thing before all these fair weather politicians jumped in to get on that brigade. It's been a fun conversation today. It's been a long week. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Actually, no, one more thing. There is a post on the channel, guys. I've got several things that are recommended from our chat for a highlight reel of 2025. It'd be impossible for me to go through literally hundreds of hours of footage to find all the things that you guys have suggested. So if you can go out, find which video it is, either send me a link and a timestamp, or just tell me which one, which date and a timestamp, that'd be great. I've already had 2 people help. That would be Mr. Darnell and Taylor Sampson. So thank you both very much. But yeah, I want to get started to work on that here in a few days, and I need those before then. I cannot do it without help. There's just too much for me to scour through to try to find these things.
You done?
Yeah.
Oh, we out. Hey, common sense. We'll do that, but as you can see, I recorded from the crib. I didn't get out. You didn't listen. I recorded, but I'm finna go hit the gym when I leave here, though. But see y'all later on, family. I'm on my way to the gym. Peace.